Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Greenlands Farming Contractor. In today's video, we finished contract fertilizer spreading there. We're off to sell some hay, and also there's a bit of a mission coming up. Let's find out what that's all about. Hello everybody, welcome back. Simulation for the Nation here as always. You join us on the Greenlands Farmer and Contractor as we are busy just loading up a few bales of hay onto one of our Richard Westons. We're taking this away to a local farmer actually who has a lot of dairy cattle, and it's been warming up so much of late. We're at the end of March now, early April, and it is well, it's April 1st next week, and it is gonna be, it's very hot, not much rain at the moment, which meant that when we should be seeing a lot of this dairy ground really starting to flourish, giving the pastures a lot of extra growth, some farmers are struggling just a little bit. So this is going to be going over as extra fodder really, just for this particular farmer to feed his cattle, just to keep them going, and we don't need quite as much anyway, so happy to help out where we can and clear out a little bit of space in our shed, which is always good. Now that is going to be 10 bales. I think that's going to be pretty good, but what we will do is pop on over anyway and stick this back into the shed, get some more ready. There are a mountain of mowers here, John Deere butterfly mowers to be specific, and we're going to be taking them all out. It's a bit of a different job, part of a new environmental scheme that the forestry commissioner in. Actually, I did mention recently that we would be helping those folks out, and well, that is indeed going to be happening. So before we get to that, let's just park this about here. Like I mentioned, it is the end of March. Everything is coming along nicely. We've finished with all of our contract fertilizer spreading, so that is all good. Hence the reason all the tractors are still in the yard this morning. We're about to get them all ready to go, and then we've got a few other small bits and pieces to do, and we're going to be looking into we've got a little bit of cultivation work here and there. Got a fair bit of drilling done so far as well, which is good. Now our own crops are coming along looking very good, so I'm happy with how everything's progressing, and yeah, we're not looking too bad here at all. Good bit of growth here on our oilseed rape. That's starting to look very good. Not so much of an issue with pigeons, which I'm surprised at and delighted about, don't get me wrong there, so that's always good to see. Moving on over here, looking like a fairly good even little crop of wheat as well. So still this little bit of this, I think it's a brome weed there coming through, but we'll keep an eye on that one. Might just come do a bit of spot spraying on that with the Navisac, but we'll look into it. Moving down here, we've got a lot of grass starting to grow on our side, but then we haven't have to graze it really. We've just been applying slurry and leaving it, so we are looking a lot better. But that does mean that soon we should be able to think about a first cup. This is maybe not quite as tall as I'd like it to be, but it's starting to really get a little bit dense, starting to thicken up there, so that's always fantastic. And yeah, we're gonna have a look into that. The classic tractors are all parked away there. That trailer hasn't moved since then, but we are, hey, the spray is off now, which is good. The spray will be going back on probably in about a month maybe, but for now we put a lot of hours onto that. Combine's still the same, we don't need to be in here today, so we'll get ourselves ready to go. Got one strap on there, stick another one on there, and maybe one more there as well. That will be going away shortly, we'll have to, I think we'll just push this back, and then yeah, I told all the drivers to get in for about 9 o'clock-ish, because we're going to go away and do something for, I'm not sure how long it's going to take, but it's going to take a little bit of time. But yeah, they're going to come in, we'll get ourselves all ready to go, and we're going on a convoy. As you'll see, there are 4 different tractors set up here with mowers on. One of these mowers now belongs to us. We bought it. The other 3 were on a hire for this job, because otherwise with one it would take me an age. So that's fine, we'll get onto that one when we can. We're just going to wait until 9 o'clock for the guys to arrive, and then we can go for a drive, and I'll show you what this is all going to be about. Well, there you go folks, at approximately 3 minutes past 9, the convoy is ready to go. We are going for a short drive, and we'll get ourselves down to the area. I think I know what I'm doing. We're going to have a look, and I'm just going to get myself all set up ready there. But yeah, let's get ourselves away. Okay, so we get this nice and easy. Technically we could, well, we definitely didn't need to take this larger tractor to do this, but Why not? In the end, why not take my tractor, do it in a bit more comfort? If anything, I can reduce the tire pressures down here as well, and we should be fine. And that'll be nice just to get ourselves all the way. Oh, there seems to be a problem. What's happened already? Alright, so I think we're looking good. And away we go. Okay, so like I say, this is something new that we're going to be taking on as part of a contract with the Forestry Commission, and it's kind of like a sectional restoration of some parkland, which sounds interesting. So we will see. Just keep an eye on. Looks like the fleet coming behind me. That's quite a cool sight to see, actually. It really is. Really shows where we've come from as well, which is awesome. Really, really cool. But we've got just a few minutes drive. We're not going too far. Just down into the village here and then across, and we should all be set up good to go. But yeah, it should look like quite a cool site actually here. We're going to have 4 of these. We're going to probably just run them in a staggered line, which should be pretty awesome to see. And we'll see how it goes. So we should get some acres covered. I think it's a fairly large area that we're going to do. I think it's about 50-60 acres there. So I wanted to do it in one hit, one day. And get it all taken care of there. So we'll do just that. We're gonna get ourselves set up, and we will crack along and see what this holds for us, really. Now, if memory serves, I think we go past our production depot and go up that way. That should get us in nice and easily. But we will see. We did a fair bit of land work with this in the last few weeks there, getting a bit of autumn cultivation ready. Bit of spring cultivation ready, beg your pardon there. A little bit of work over ripping through some root crop ground as well that was left over the winter. So yeah, that's all looking very good. And then we do need to spend a little bit of time down at the production depot here as well, but that is for a different day. There we go. Through. Alright, well, we will go and get ourselves ready and set up there. There's one behind me. So we come all the way through here, past this dealership here. I hope there's no cyclists or anything coming the other way, because I am not getting off the road very easily here. Taking up all of the road space. There we go. Perfect. So that's where I need to be. This is where we're also getting those wood chips as well. So we're in the right location. Let's get ourselves set up here. We'll get all the lads over as well. We'll get everything ready to go, and we'll explain a little bit more once we're all set up. Well, all right, then it does look like the 3 724s are all ready to go. The 22s and the 24 at the back there, they're all they're spinning up. So the only one they're waiting for is me, really. So what we're going to be doing is mulching in some of this grass here to allow the regeneration of some other seeds that are going to be broadcasting in, with a little bit of a wildflower mix in there apparently as well. So the whole area is going to be split into multiple different plots for this. So we're just going to be doing the first plot here, which is going to be cool. Let's just get in and get that door shut. We don't want to keep that open here. What we do want to do though is fire us up as well. Let's get into a cruising speed just to begin with. And we'll probably kick up the speed here once we get ourselves away. There we go. Okay, so I think that's a bit better. We're just going to take our time. And yeah, we'll see how we get on. Maybe pick up the speed a touch more there. Alright, we're cracking along. So, my main goal for this this little plot here is to follow this road till it starts to bend up to the left, then we're going to take a hard 90-degree right, and we should be able to continue. But look, we're in tandem of sorts, a staggered tandem, and it's going all right. I would say it's going all right. And so what we will do, it's not too long, the grass here. It's not very stalky though, I would say, but it does seem to be working over there quite nicely indeed. And we will, can't really see a thing coming through here, but that's okay. That's not a problem at all. And we'll look just to kind of push through here, really. I think we can probably just kick up the speed a bit more here. And that's looking good. We've got an indicator flashing there, but never mind. We'll live with it. and we'll see. But I wish I had a drone here because this would really give us some cracking shots, but it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. But we can just keep working along. Now we're going to get to this edge here. We're just going to kind of, let's just take a bit of a softer turn, because otherwise I don't want them running into the back of me here. But hey, that's pretty cool. Seeing your own fleet working way behind you, that's always a nice thing to see. Excellent. And what we'll be able to do as well is once we get ourselves set up here, we can stick in a GPS line and then we'll just go for it really. Absolutely horse it up and down here. So what I might do is just get that away now. Right. Not sure of that Lyon plant there, I'm not sure how well that will go through, but it's alright. The main thing they want to do is just to reduce down the grass height here anyway, just so we can get a better establishment. Perfect, it's looking pretty darn good. Now these fence here, they we'll put it onto it's on the low box in the PTO there, and this is going to be on tick over really for this kind of job there. It's nothing, we don't need to push it. Depending upon how you like to drive it, you can set up the set your cruise control and just let it go, and that's pretty much all I do. Now could we use a smaller fence? Absolutely we could, but we don't have one, so not one available anyway, so we're going to just keep on as we are. Yeah, we'll get some ground covered this. Now this topper on mine, this is actually ours, the rest of them are all hired in there, so we'll be able to do a few more little bits and pieces there, but it's a fairly nice topper there. You could either set it up to be a bit more of a, have mulching discs on it there to really kind of work everything in a bit more, or you can just have it as a traditional mower topper really, but we've gone for the mulching discs there just to stick a bit more of the nutrients back into the ground there, and rather than leave any big clumps, so it should be a bit easier. But this broadlands, as you can see, it just goes on and on and on. Oh, look at that, that's cool. Do like seeing the fleet going at the same time. Awesome. Well, we will just continue. You can see it looks like it's doing a great job. I'm not going to go out and have a look because I don't think I can see anything on there. Maybe that might mean we just need to lower this down a little bit. Just get a bit better height in there, or maybe raise it up actually, because we might just be clipping the deck a bit too much there. But we'll have a look when we get around the end. Certainly is something we can look into. Yeah, we are horsing along. So this is 6 meters wide, so we're covering 24 meters in the pass. Just over 24 meters there, but we've kept the GPS to 6 meters just so we have a little overlap, so when we turn the corners we don't miss anything. As you can see by Ronnie's tractor right behind me there is a little bit of an overlap, but we're looking good. We're going to just go up to this tree line and hug that tree line and make our way back up. And we're flying, absolutely flying. Hopefully we'll be coming into broadcast on the relevant wildflower seeds. I think we're just going to be putting that on with a spinner. Yeah, it's a nice touch. I don't know what their end goal plan is here, but I'm sure we'll find out at some stage. And awesome. I think we can maybe even just kick up the speed that touch more. Absolutely awesome. Love this. Okie dokie then. That looks like it's going to be a bit problematic, so we'll just come around there. We'll leave that clump of bushes in the corner. Whoop, tree branch. Eek. Oh. I don't know how I missed those trees. I wasn't paying any attention there. Heavens. Alright, so what we'll do, like I say, we have the GPS set in. We're looking strong. We're looking like we've got everything done that we need to. And we'll be able to just get this all plugged up. Hopefully, it's actually not going to take too much time. So we'll get just pushing through this. We are in, like I say, nearly in April now. We'll see what we're looking like for our first cup. Because despite it being very warm and grass not growing recently there, we are doing pretty well for our grass around here. So at least I am. If you have cattle out there grazing or any livestock out there, perhaps not. But I'm doing okay. So we might get that first cut away, get some slurry put back onto it there to really reinvigorate the growth again, and to get a decent second cut off there, because we do need a bit more hay this time around as well. because we're going to be selling a little bit off now. So yeah, that's what we're going to be looking into there. So we shall probably look to keep cracking along. You may well see we're going to have the mowers out sooner rather than later there, which is means the very beginning of silly season for myself and the team. So if that is indeed the case, we look forward to seeing you along for that ride as well. But for right now, as the finish of the first headland is in sight there, we shall leave this here. So I hope you have enjoyed. If you have and you've yet to do so, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more from me, Simulation for the Nation. This has been the next episode of the Greenlands Farming Contracting. Until next time, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing as always, and we'll see you in the next one.